I wasn't expecting this in our earth science class. It's amazing.
These temperatures are enough to induce melting of the asteroid.
You're learning science, but at the same time, you're learning and incorporate it into a totally different field.
Like you're talking about making a blog?
It has to be in connection with their name.
Can creating a virtual enterprise improve a student's understanding of science?
We had the pressure of learning the material in order to make our business successful.
Perhaps you can come up with ideas concerning enterprise and concerning these remarkable stones.
In virtual enterprise classrooms, students must use their developing scientific knowledge to create a business model for a virtual startup company.
After we do all this exploration, we could actually branch out to that as well.
Because we're just not some company trying to make money. It'll be backed by science.
I've already thought about a pitch that encapsulates everything we could be.
Students develop an idea for a venture, devise their mission and structure, then pitch it to a panel.
How are you going to attract your target market?
There's not a worse feeling than knowing that I'm not prepared.
Make me with those mineral ingredients a mafic rock.
Having the VE element gave you more of a desire to learn.
If you can dream it and you believe it, you can definitely do it. Take you from the ordinary to the extraordinary.
I think people would definitely pay to go on like an expedition.
And then at the end of their trip, they get a meteorite.
At Kingsborough Community College, students in an earth science class create a virtual enterprise by combining business skills with scientific knowledge.
You allow enough time to grow nice big crystals. Are these guys more interested in the science because we're doing the virtual enterprise? I'm not sure. 3.1.
I feel like I'm getting a lot out of this class. It's about science. That's why I signed up for it.
Today, students map out details, choose leadership roles, and write a mission statement.
Just in case anything happens to Jenna.
I didn't think that I'd take too well to the leadership role, but obviously they probably seen something in me that I can do. So I'm gonna go with that confidence and push on.
Okay then guys, it looks like you've come up with a really good basis and some really nice ideas to make things...
We've come up with a business where we transport people to exotic locales in order to gather meteorites.
Why don't you just use a bigger space? Step back, just take some chalk and map out your ideas on the board perhaps. It might help. The way they lay this stuff out is very non-linear. It positions themselves and a bunch of players in kind of a cloud that are linked in all kinds of ways, okay? It very much mimics the structure of the World Wide Web.
We kind of just wrote down our ideas and tried to make it cohesive. It's a guideline of what we should do, so that really helped.
I didn't mind taking the back seat because it seems to be Jenna's thing. Like, she's really big on the details.
We were successful in branching out our ideas, and some ideas we left behind and some ideas we really picked up and brought that into the fold.
As well as a company name, some of the details they're going to have is a company structure. So now you're also going to have to think about your CEO, your vice president, your human resources manager, or those kind of roles. So perhaps you want to break it out now and try and assign those.
I would nominate Jenna to be the CEO. I don't know if Jenna wants to be CEO. That's another thing.
Well, sure, I'd like to. It's just a lot of pressure.
We'll help you out. You're not just going to be like running the show. I'm not going to let that happen. Don't worry about it. No, but yeah, I think you deserve it. You've been doing a lot of good work for the group. So, what other positions are we delegating over?
Vice president.
Yeah, I want to be vice president. Yeah. Just in case anything happens to Jenna, you know. One thing that could be worrisome is there are so many roles in a business that have to be managed. Not only the advertising marketing aspect, but financial aspect, the research. So we all have to tackle more than one role per person, which may prove difficult.
Accounting, I wouldn't know. I would probably think Jenna. She'd probably be able to handle that.
I'm not afraid of accounting. I think that I've always loved math.
I think you have a keener eye for like the marketing and what people want aspects.
While we were talking, I had a whole idea of the individual thing and how we could market to them. I might be able to handle the marketing because I have great ideas most of the time. We send him a kit, then he learns about meteorites and all that stuff. Then we have him join the group that he's going to go out exploring with.
David's a big ideas guy, so he'll go in often fairly long-winded explanations about what began as a little point, and he doesn't always check himself, but Jenna and that will sort of give him a look, and then they will realise, okay, I've been occupying too much of the space now.
Well, I was thinking maybe you can be like more like the public liaison and like get it out. You have to really give everybody a chance to have their ideas become a part of the plan. And you know, I am a very opinionated person. I like my own ideas. I've already thought about reasons why the corporations would actually fund us and like what products we can pitch.
As opposed to starting with the product, we're going to be selling the whole experience and the expeditions, and then the products will come after, or that's kind of secondhand.
The products are secondhand, but that could be still a big selling point to the corporate sector because there's profit to be made there in the future.
Sell the experience, they'll get a piece of the meteorite, then we'll slowly build up our collection, and then we could branch out to researchers.
They've got a lot of talk going around, okay, and they're really connecting lots of dots. So basically the scientist in me says what you need to do is break this down into its constituent parts, put this into a really coherent, concise statement that says what it is that you're going to do and for whom you would like to do this. What about who are we? Who's going to be involved in your mission? What are you offering? I guess these are the kind of things that mission statements tend to involve.
We've been throwing around ideas for the mission statement. Hector jotted down some notes. He's actually real good with words, and I believe he's gonna come up with something phenomenal.
Well, hold on, let me just write it down first. I'm nervous. We have to perfect our mission statement by this upcoming Monday, so that is going to be fun.
The mission statement will definitely be what we're going to be advertising to the public or the corporate or the individual, so they'll know exactly what we're doing and we'll know exactly what we're doing.
A few years ago, one of the samples landed in Sudan, and so everyone wanted to get it back. It turned out to be a really special sample. So that was a pretty nice example of some stuff working out. It was sort of covered up to planet Earth, and it's starting to operate with plate tectonics, so this leads in pretty nicely to talking about the different environments on Earth, which is exactly what they're going to have to start thinking about with, well, where is the actual geographic locations they're going to go to look for meteorites and so forth. So I think it's all gelling quite nicely.
We're behaving as if this is like a real business, and we're really invested in it in that way, in our ideas, in the direction that we want the business to go. It's really become our collective baby.
I'm looking at your structure, and there's one obvious thing missing where this large question mark is, and I presume that is the company name, guys. So what's it going to be? What are you going to call yourself?